let me ask you guys this sports media types. There's a guy named Jerry Sullivan who's with the Buffalo, the local media up there, and he was interviewing two safeties from the Buffalo Bills, Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, and he says to them, quote unquote, noting that they threw fewer passes New England did than any franchise in more than 40 years, and asked the two players, was that embarrassing to you? And they got upset, and they're like, okay, man, I see you, keep going. And they basically said, we're not going to forget this. John, as if you were a beat writer type, is that I know I would think about it for sure. Is that a question you would go at two of your guys with?
Asking a question in a press conference situation or one-on-one with a coach afterwards, something like that, it'll get some anxiety in you, and you'll accidentally say something stupid. It's one of those moments, or even no matter how slick you think you are, right? And I think about, like, if I was that guy, if I'm anywhere else in the world and I have to ask a question to two 24-year-old dudes, I really don't have a problem talking to them at all. But in that environment, you get the hello, Dave Larson from
Yeah, that's a good one. But part of it is because it's your peers, right? I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. I remember the plethora of Rocket games that I would go to a couple of years ago. Be me and my old producer Nick and a lot of these guys, and I'd be like, ask this question. He'd be like, I don't want to ask that. You ask that question, because then you start second guessing. Is this a stupid question? Are they going to treat me like it's a stupid question, even if it's a valid question? Is it dumb enough that my peers are going to think I don't know what the fuck I'm doing? Is this like you all of this stuff runs through your head, unless you're a very much established beat writer. You're a Mark Berman or a Jerome Solomon or Brian T. Smith, whoever. You know what I mean? John McClain. They have all these guys. Every city has.
Yeah, you gotta have some status there, right? Because sometimes you gotta ask yourself, am I the right person to ask this coach the right tough question?
Media's always asked dumb questions, but the problem is, in the last 10 to 15 years, you've had these online fan sites, right? You've got, I don't know, what is it, Bleacher Report, or all these different blog sites, right? Yeah, Yardbarker. You've got people starting their own blogs. You've got, fan sided. You've got all these guys who
Chronicle.
they basically and I don't want to say that there's any difference, because some of these guys end up being really, really good at what they do. They just never got the opportunity, or maybe didn't go to school for journalism, but later in life found a passion for it and became good at it. And there is plenty of examples of that. But there are also plenty of examples of guys who are just absolute trash, but because they got a fucking internet connection and some HTML knowledge, all of a sudden they're a fucking blogger and a journalist that cover their favorite team. They still say we when they write about their fucking team, and they don't know shit about the sport, but they call themselves media. And then they go and they ask these dumb fucking questions that most journalists and media guys know not to ask in that environment. Maybe you get them one-on-one in the locker room and be like, hey, listen, off the record, was it embarrassing? And they go, yeah, man, fuck it was. Yeah. Then you just go, I had one Bills player tell me they were fucking embarrassed. But you don't do that and then expect the Bills guys in front of the entire world to go, oh yeah, bro, we felt totally shit on. Like, I'm probably going to quit now.
Yeah, exactly. I failed my family.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the Japanese suicide forest.